Welcome to Car Chronicles. Yes, welcome to Car Chronicles. It is me, she, her, Miss Caramel. Well, happy hump day to everyone. I hope you guys got up and out them, honey, got your coffee and your tea, and you got where you need to be this morning. Yes, it's a cold, rainy day today. We're going to get on through it, though. Yes, we are. Hopefully you guys are up feeling blessed and not stressed this morning, this hump day morning. Yes, hopefully you guys did check out our pop-in video yesterday as well, okay? We did the interview with Royce Reed, part 2 interview with Royce Reed, where she sat down with Carlos King, and she talked about a lot of very juicy information that a lot of people did not know. She became very emotional. So check that interview out where she talked about Dwight Howard and a lot of personal things that she endured with him behind having a child with him. It was very, very informational. We also shared the information about Dwayne Martin and Will Smith. We played that with his friend of 40 years, where he talked about some information between the two of them. We talked about a lot of talk. So check that video out. A lot of tea on that video, guys. And also hit the like button when you get there, okay? Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Yes, again, fair use and entertainment. All right. Absolutely. I don't know why these folk driving like they crazy. Ooh. Yes, good morning, everybody. I see y'all still coming in. Thank you. Please hit the like button as you enter. All right. Please hit the like button as you enter. Did somebody leave a super chat? For those of you whoever left a super chat this morning, thank you. You guys know I'm driving, so I don't be staring at my phone like that. I glance up occasionally. But thank you. I think my mods got it. Thank you, mods, for being on it. Thank you for those of you that just left a super sticker. All right. I really appreciate it. Supporting the channel. All right. So let's get into it. Y'all know celebrity news is always first. Okay. For those of you who are basketball game watchers like myself, I do watch sometimes. Draymond Green, okay? Draymond Green is in a lot of trouble this morning. Okay, let's talk about it. Get on the road here. All right, Draymond Green is in a lot of trouble, and he faces possible suspension and fines, you guys, after he was seen choking another teammate, Rudy Gobert, okay, and headlocking him during the Golden State versus Minnesota Timberwolves game, okay? For those of you that want to see the video footage of that, head on over to the Shade Room for the video. You can probably catch it on TMZ as well. It's all over social media. Very, very crazy. Draymond Green, baby, you need some anger management because you stay fighting and headlocking and punching and carrying on. You be doing a lot, sir. You really, really do. Now they're saying that Draymond was seen lunging at Rudy, okay, during the game, grabbing him in a chokehold position and forcefully dragging him across the floor while other players jumped in, you guys, to actually try to break it up. The referee was trying to break it up too. And Draymond had such a tight grip on this guy's neck, guys, he was literally choking him and dragging him across the floor and refused to let go, even with the direction of other teammates and the actual referee. So Draymond, he's looking at a lot of trouble right now behind this. They're saying assault. He assaulted this guy and was choking him out. Like, how do you get so out of yourself and choke this man? You know, it's 100 million cameras there recording you during this type of behavior. It's so crazy. He stays fighting and doing crazy shit. But it says that he is facing a possible suspension and fines behind this, and probably some charges, okay? Because the guy, he looked like he was about to pass out. Go look at the video, guys. It's, like I said, check it out on the Shade Room because that's where I saw it. And also check it out on TMZ because I know they have it. I know they have it. It's all over the internet. Oh, my God. So, yes, honey, Draymond, with your fighting violent self. You can't play a game without putting paws on people. It's not that damn serious a game. Like, he didn't have to choke that boy out like that. When I saw that, I was like, damn. You trying to unalive him on the court, Draymond? Shit. Now, I know sometimes they have the potential to be a little wild and a little aggressive, but that right there, that was beyond aggressive. That was beyond aggressive. Your ass need to be in some anger management and some counseling. Damn, Draymond. Ooh, child. All right, so let's get on to the next topic, child. There is an update now. You guys, if you watched the popping video last night, you guys know that I put the information out there that Tasha K is interviewing Will Smith's friend of 40 years, okay? His name is Bilal. He spoke on walking in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin in an uncompromising position, all right? Let's talk about it, because I got an update on it. Baby, it's juicy. All right, so Will Smith's rep has spoken up and has issued a statement after Will Smith's friend Bilal of 40 years sits down with Tasha K to do an in-depth interview, telling that Will Smith and Dwayne Martin were walked in on having sex years ago in a dressing room, okay? If you want to know details of it, head on over to my channel because I played the video, okay? Now, Will's friend Bilal, okay, a former friend, like I said, of Will Smith of 40 years. I keep stressing 40 years because, damn, why would you want to throw away that relationship telling this type of stuff? It makes me wonder. If you're my friend for 40 years and we fall out, like, what are we falling out for? It's so important that you would now start talking about stuff and putting this type of stuff out about me after 40 years. Like, damn, you don't find friends like that for that long. Most people who stay friends for 40 years stay friends. So I don't know what it was that caused the two of them to fall out and not fool with each other, but obviously Will pissed him off because he's telling some shit. But let's continue. Now, Bilal sat down with Tasha K and spilled tea on Will and Dwayne's sexual relationship, as well as other deep, dark secrets in the Smith household. And that includes with Jada as well. I'm going to watch that video. I'm going to watch the entire interview because now I want to be nosy. And I'm probably going to share it on my channel as well, so you guys can find out too. So Will Smith's rep says that the claims are false and unequivocally fabricated, okay? And it's reported that Will Smith and his team are seeking legal action. I knew that shit was coming. This is a hush-hush type of lawsuit, okay? Because old boy is spilling lots and lots of juicy tea about Will Smith. Now, there's been rumors for many, many years about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin. Okay, Tisha Campbell Martin, who was married to Dwayne Martin, they used to be on Martin. Okay, she actually talked about how they, and I said it last night, how they had this bromance. Will Smith and Dwayne Martin had this bromance to where they always hung out together, to where people did think they were going together. They went on trips together. Tisha Campbell was saying she felt like Will Smith was taking her husband away because she would be wanting to go on trips and spend time with him. He would want to be with Will more than he wanted to be with Tisha, and he was married to her. Now, he did a recent interview where someone was asking him a question about Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin. He looked like, why you mention her? This was during the time that he and Tisha Campbell were married, okay? He did an interview, and this was an old throwback interview. But this was during the time that he and Tisha Campbell were married, and the interviewer asked him a question about Tisha Campbell, and his whole facial expression changed. Like, why you asking me questions about her? But he lit up when they were asking him questions about him and Will. I said, that shit's so crazy. How you married to me and somebody asked you a question about me and you kind of look like, why are you talking about her? But as soon as you mention my male friend, your face light up like it's Christmas. I said, see, that's kind of telling right there. But Lisa Ray also came out and was talking about how Dwayne Martin and was doing a whole lot of stuff and running around with guys as well. So everybody can't be lying, is what I'm saying. Everybody can't be lying. I'm just saying, shit. I don't want to believe the shit, but everybody can't be lying. Your friend of 40 years, Lisa Ray, okay, Tisha Campbell Martin, who was also married to your ass. Like, why would all these people have a reason to be lying? I don't understand. But Will Smith and his team are gearing up to file a lawsuit against Bilal and probably Tasha K for putting the shit out there, which she cannot stand another lawsuit at this point in time. Because as we talked about yesterday, she is now being sued by R. Kelly in his camp, in addition to the $4 million that she owes Cardi B when she was sued. And now the guy that she got into a physical altercation with in the club is also suing her for lacerations and things that happened to him where he got injured. He said he was injured in this particular fight in this club where Tasha K was seen on video stomping him out with heels on. Okay? He said he was lumped up. He went to the hospital. He is pressing charges. So she cannot stand another lawsuit. My thing is this. If you got this interview, if she was smart, because she only put out a snippet of what was going to be said in the interview, and that snippet went viral. It's all over the internet. Will Smith and his camp, they've seen this snippet, and they are trying to get ahead of this information to, I guess, get it stopped. But if Tasha K was smart, she would go ahead and put it out. So you can go ahead and get the clout, money, notoriety, and everything from this damn interview, because this is something that people want to hear about and they want to know. Because it has gone so viral. I would go ahead and put the shit out. I would go ahead and put it out. I mean, they already going to initiate a lawsuit. Put that shit out. I sure hell would. The numbers alone on just the snippet is crazy for this interview. I would not wait before they put something out, a cease and desist, and say you can't put the shit out. Go on and put it out. What you waiting on? And I know you got a certain time and way that you kind of do things and put your stuff out, but now that you hear that there's going to be a lawsuit initiated, they're saying that their camp is planning a lawsuit. That means it ain't been done yet. So I would put my shit out and go ahead and get my numbers and get my coin and do what you got to do after that. I ain't trying to tell you to do Tasha K, but this sounds like some juicy shit, okay? Yes. So, they're saying that Bilal's claims, of course, y'all know, like I said, went viral all over social media, which is right on the heels of the news of Jada and Will's separation, where they were talking about they've been separated and living in different homes since 2016. Okay, living separately since 2016. All right. Now, another source was telling me something about Jada Pinkett Smith, honey, and I'm gonna say allegedly on this. They're saying that Jada had some type of inappropriate sexual relationship with Usher during the time that Usher was up and coming. We all know Usher got a record deal around the time that he was like 13, 14 or so. During that time, he was living with P. Diddy because he was, helping him out with his music and kind of grooming him to be the artist that he is now. That's where he started, with P. Diddy. He was staying with Diddy. His mama allowed him to live with Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, as we all call him. All right. During that time, they were saying that there was always these wild, crazy parties with all these women and stuff going on at Diddy's house while Usher was staying there. So he was kind of privy to a lot of things that normal 14-year-olds would not be privy to. But they're saying during that time that Jada Pinkett had some type of situationship with Usher during the time that he was 14 and she was 21. I said, say it ain't so, Sway. What the hell, Jada? What the hell, Jada? And this homeboy Bilal, let's go back to Bilal. Bilal was saying in this particular interview that whenever Jada first met Will, that she really wasn't that happy with Will because Will had a little schlong. Okay? Because she was used to getting like big schlong. She was used to the big schlong. When she got with Will, he wasn't packing like that. But he was famous. He had money. He had notoriety. He had a potential to help boost who she was, when she was up and coming too. She was in, a lot of shows or whatever, but she wasn't as famous as Will. She didn't have as much money as Will. So being with him was going to only help her in her career. So she really was, I don't think she was really that in love with Will like that. But Will Smith, y'all know everybody wanted to be with Will Smith back in the day. Will was that dude back then. He just was. Will was that dude back then. So for her to be able to snag him and marry him, that helped her out a whole lot. But I think she settled with him not being fully happy with their sexual relationship, of course, which is why they, I guess, decided that it was okay for Jada to step out and be with different people and that he would do what he wanted to do, because I guess he realized that he could not please her in the way that he would need to please her to make her happy. So I feel like they made some type of agreement between the two of them to say, okay, you do what you want to do, I do what I want to do. And we both just be happy. And we just ain't gonna never divorce, because like they say, they don't have a prenup. They decided they were never going to divorce each other, that they would just live separately if the relationship didn't work out. So that arrangement would not work for me. Because I ain't trying to marry your ass if you don't please me in that way. I need to be pleased in every way, mentally, psychologically. We need to have a spiritual connection. Sex is a form of communication. I'm sorry. A lot of people may not think so, but it is. It is. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to God. If you're hitting that thing right, I'm talking to God. Do I need to be that graphic this morning? I don't know. I'm calling on the Lord, so I'm talking to God. Okay? It's a form of communication and bonding. So if you're not able to bond with your spouse in that way, or the person that you are trying to make your spouse, then why are you marrying this person if they don't please you? Was it just about the money? Was it just about the fame? Was it just about you boosting your career and to be able to have bragging rights to say that Will Smith was your husband? It's so weird. It is so weird to me. I don't understand it. Jada Pinkett, I think she likes a certain type of guy, and it's looking like she like them thug types. Will is really not a thug. To me, I like him as an actor, but to me, if I saw him in the streets, I would say he was a cornball. To me, I think he's a cornball. He's a nice looking guy, but he's a cornball to me. Like, even when he tried to be a rapper, a lot of people didn't take him serious like that. They didn't take him serious. His raps were cornballish. Summertime it's still a bop. When you hear it, it's still a bop, but you didn't take him serious like you would hear like Tupac. You'd be like, oh yeah. You can be like this with Tupac. But Will Smith, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. I can, yeah. Next song, we listen to it, but then we ready for the next song. That's how it was with Will. I mean, you didn't feel like you want to be out here on your set it off after you listen to Will. But shit, you have that bandana on your forehead and everything after listening to Tupac. That's the type of guy she like. August Alsina, before he came out the closet, he was giving thug vibes. I mean, go listen to his lyrics, to his music. I mean, for real. He was that dude in the streets from what his music sounded like. I mean, we didn't know all this time he liked Cheerios with extra Cheerios. We didn't know that shit. We know now. I didn't know he was that moist. I didn't know. I still like his music. That don't change that. I didn't know he was moist like that. I mean, you ever wearing braids to the back to a full-blown Jada curl out here? I mean, I don't know no thugs like that except Eazy-E. I mean, you was on your Eazy-E out here. But go off. Child, I can't even respect you. You can't even scare me if you got a Jerry curl and you run up on me. I'm like, bitch, you can get the fuck out of here with this Jerry curl. You don't scare me. Who asked you whooping with a Jerry curl? Anybody ever had their ass whooped by somebody with a Jerry curl? Anybody ever been scared by somebody that ran up on you with a Jerry curl? Trying to be a thug out here. Anybody? I ain't never had that happen. That's just never happened to me, but I don't know. Maybe that's the new age thug out here. I don't know, child. I can't take you serious, child, with all that pump it up in your bangs. You trying to run up on me and scare me with pump it up in your bangs? Like, I ain't scared. I'm just saying. I ain't scared of you or that pump it up. Bangs on froze trying to run up on somebody. Like, what? Running around with your hair looking like Wanda hair, trying to be on your thug fizzle on this shit here. On this west side. You on that shit? Boy, no. Sit down. You don't scare me. But anywho, that shit crazy. But Tasha K, girl, you better go ahead and release that video. I said all that to say this. Release the video, child, because I'm nosy. I want to know what the shit is talking about. I want to see what it's giving so I can go ahead and talk about the shit as well, because I can't wait. I know it's going to be juicy. This friend is willing to risk it all to tell everything. Shit, I'm willing to sit back and listen to it all. So I can go ahead and talk about the shit too. All right, let's move on. Shout out to the thugs out here with Jerry curls too before we move on. I don't want to leave y'all out. All right. Shout out to the thugs with the Jerry curls. All right, let's move on, honey. Carlos King reveals, Carlos King reveals, guys, that he asked the Fletchers, you guys, to join Love and Marriage Huntsville years ago, all right? Years ago, he's saying. And he's saying that Nell Fletcher repeatedly turned him down during this time. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? The Fletchers were asked to be cast members on the show, and they turned down that offer. I wish they would have done it. We probably wouldn't have had Kimmy and Maurice. I keep saying that's a great switch out. Remove Kimmy and Maurice and bring Nell and Chris Fletcher. As much as Nell kind of irked me this season already with the way she flip-flopping a little bit, I can still take her over Kimmy and Maurice. Her and Chris, I'm sorry. And I know y'all agree with me. Put it in the chat. Press 1 if you rather see Nell Fletcher and Chris Fletcher over Kimmy and Maurice Scott. Let's take a poll. Put a 1 in the chat if you want Chris Fletcher and Nell Fletcher over Kimmy and Maurice Scott on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I see somebody put a bunch of 1s. Y'all better speak this morning. Carlos, you watching my channel? You see this shit? You see all the 1s in my chat? The people have spoken. I don't see no 2s. I don't see no 2s. If anybody want to put a 2, I ain't even going to be mad because we're doing a poll. I ain't gonna fuss you out. I ain't gonna read you down. I promise you. Put how you really feel. Put a 1 in the chat if you want Chris and Nell Fletcher over Kimmy and Maurice Scott on Love and Marriage Huntsville. The people have spoken. I don't see number 1s on my screen. 1s. That's telling. They have given more of a storyline in one scene where they sat down with their family than Kimmy and Maurice have given in 6 seasons. Period. Chris and Nell Fletcher have given more in one scene. This past episode where Melody had her name change ceremony where they showed the Fletchers with their family sitting at that table at Chris and Nell's house, they have talked about and shared more of their life than Kimmy and Maurice have shared in 6 seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's on period. They can get rid of all the Scotts if they can get rid of all the Scotts, to be honest. I keep saying this show needs a revamp. They could put some new couples that's really out here bossing up and balling out, and that's real business people that's really doing shit, and not fake fraudulent people that's out here defrauding people, taking people's money, that don't want to share their life. You're on a reality show and you don't want to share your reality, but you hide behind other people and their storylines to avoid talking about your shit because you embarrassed. Marceau already said at the reunion, I didn't talk about the lawsuit because it's embarrassing. Well, bitch, get off the show. Get off the show. It's simple. You don't want to talk about your shit, move around. Give up your seat. Because that's what it's about. It's no different than anyone else. The girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they have a lot of embarrassing shit going on in their lives. Portia Williams got the hell off the show when she started messing with Simon. You know why? Because she was embarrassed. She didn't want to talk about that shit. She didn't want to talk about that. So she did what she had to do because she knew she could no longer stay on that show and not talk about it. It was a red flag. It was in everybody's face when she started messing with Simon. People wanted questions. She didn't want to be questioned. So she chose to bow out gracefully versus trying to still stay on the show and hide behind someone else's storyline to avoid talking about the obvious. It's obvious. People say, you took that woman's husband. What you doing with Simon? You were friends with old girl, and now your ass is getting ready to marry Simon? She could not be on the show. Them women would have tore her ass up, and she knew it. That's why she got the fuck on. That is why she left. And now that she's married to Simon, she wants to come back. You know why? She can talk about the shit now. What can you say? I'm a wife now. That's going to be her comeback. Talk about it. I don't give a damn. You feel how you want to feel. He wifed me up. So now she's negotiating with Bravo to come back on the show. And it's coincidental that she wants to be the highest paid housewife, which means that's going to have to boot Kandi Burruss. And that's going to be a crazy feat because Kandi is the highest paid housewife on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Not to jump the gun too much, because I'm going to get back to what I'm talking about. But I want to kind of tie it into what I'm trying to say. The point I'm making is, if you don't want to share your life, and that means the embarrassing moments, the deep dark secrets. If you and Tisha having problems in your marriage, talk about that shit. Because you don't ever know who you're helping. There's people that watch this show, and you never know when you're helping someone. Look at how many people Melody helped just by sharing what she went through with Martell and their marriage ending and what went on in their life. That had to be embarrassing for her. To the point where she openly admitted to having anxiety and panic attacks. Think about it. Where some shit happened to you so bad the way you just like, oh my God. Your heart is racing. You can't function. You're having panic attacks. It's embarrassing. You know how many viewers it is for Love and Marriage Huntsville? 348, I want to say to be exact. 348, I think it was, for the last episode for her name change ceremony. 348 people are watching your life and your deep, dark secrets and moments. Your husband stepped out on you and had a baby on you. Lunging at you on national television trying to fight you. And the bitch that broke up your marriage is still talking shit on social media. And even bringing your children into it. That has to hurt. But she shared that. And look at where she is now. Look where she is now. That woman turned her pain into where she is. Jesus. They don't understand. Keep hiding behind your life trying to be on a reality show. You better tell that shit. You better tell it. Get off the show. I keep saying, Carlos, why do you keep them on the show if they ain't gonna tell it? You want Melody and Martell to tell all that shit. You sit up at the reunion and grilled Melody. Even when let Martell take over the interview. Season 3 interview. Part 1. Season 3, part 1 interview. Carlos King sat there and let Martell take over the questions because he wanted to deflect from the questions that was being asked of him when he was cheating. To try to put it on Mel. He didn't want to talk about it. I'm not a cheater. Bitch, you are. You got a whole baby. I like the Fletchers. Period. I do. Nell get on my damn nerves some episodes. But I feel like they are a great fit for the show. They are real business people. They really got shit going on. They got money. These are things that we're looking for. Black excellence. Black business people. That's what the show really was built on from the start. Kim and Maurice ain't got shit. Maurice don't even work. You got a whole certificate where your wife is out here paying for everything, including your certificate. You don't work. Y'all faking buying each other new vehicles when you already had this shit. It's all fake. And I'm not saying that everything on reality shows are supposed to be all real. But it's supposed to be as real as possible. Tisha Marceau, y'all ain't talking about building bedrock for the longest. Y'all ain't threw a brick on that bitch. And I keep saying. Y'all know y'all got marital issues. I want to say it's an open marriage. Allegedly. You don't want to talk about that shit. Every time somebody get ready to talk about Marceau, Tisha got to lead around. I gotta go. I gotta go. Where you going? You on a reality show. Talk. Put your big girl drawers on and talk. Put your mama drawers on and talk. Put your mama drawers on and talk. Let me talk to her ass like Mama E yesterday. Do I need to talk to you like Mama E, Tisha? The Braxton mama. Do I need to talk to Tisha like the mama off the Braxtons? So she can understand where I'm coming from this morning. Put your drawers on and talk. Woo, child. Put your mama drawers on and get in there and talk. Ain't that what Mama E would have told her ass? Put your husband tighty whities on and get your ass in there and talk. Tell us about your effed up marriage. Put them tighty whities on and get your non-talking ass in there and talk. Now, you's a lie. That's what I be wanting to tell her. Come on, Mama E. You's a lie. And you got to leave your lips like this when you say that shit. So they know you ain't playing. You's a lie. And pause on their ass like that. You's a lie. Woo, woo. Baby. That's how you got to do that. That's how you get the truth up out of their ass. Pause on that. You's a lie. And stay on their ass like that. Yes, you are. You don't want to tell your life? Girl, I slapped the piss out you. Ain't that what Mama E would have told her? Oh, we'll get some real storylines about that ass behind that. Oh, we totally would. Girl, I slapped the piss out you if you say Marceau ain't cheating. Girl, I will straight slap the piss out you if you say one more time he was not creeping. Yes, I will. You know he was missing like his hairline last night. That's why he keep that shit cut short. He was missing like his hairline up front. Talking about he won't cheat. Or cheating as you call it. You know your husband been missing like Martell's hairline when Mel told him to shave that shit off. You know he was missing like Martell's hairline. You lying. Bitch. I gotta say that behind that head. Bitch. Ooh, y'all done woke me up this morning. Let's move on though. Carlos, thank you, sir. Thank you for having the Fletchers on the show because we like them, okay? That's one thing that you've done right out of everything that you've done. That and when you hugged Royce Reed in the interview last night. I kind of like you just about this much. I know you can't see no space between that. Give me one more good interview and we'll move it up like that, all right? We're here, but I need you here, all right? Period. Yes. Was that read, y'all? Did I just read you? I sure did, girl. Check that. All right. Let's y'all gonna leave me alone this morning. Let's move on though. All right. Now, while Carlos King put it out there as to say that he did ask them for years to be on the show, and Neil Fletcher said no, like hell no. Okay. No. I said, he told him like Sophia off Color Purple. I said, because y'all know she got that deep voice. Let me say it in Neil voice. Here go Carlos. Neil, would you and Chris like to be on the show full time? Neil said like Sophia on the Color Purple. I said, because y'all know she sound like she done smoked a box of cool cigarettes. I said, hell no. That's what Neil said. I said, oh, okay, shit. I said, hell no. Then they finally gave in and came on the show. But in the comments now, Stormy decided to reply, okay, once Carlos said that about the Fletchers being asked to be on the show, and Neil said no, but he was happy that they came on. Stormy replied and said, I agree that the Fletchers, honey, need their own show. I was like, oh, okay, we can see that, because they do have some stuff to talk about, okay? And Destiny, honey, Destiny Tackleberry forged your documents, Peyton, honey, replied as well in terms of saying, yes, honey, we love them. And then put the heart emojis up there. Again, honey, that was Destiny, honey, forged your documents, Tackleberry Peyton, her. Y'all know who she is. She got a long name now. Destiny, you got a long name now, girl. Destiny forged your documents, Tackleberry Peyton, her. They used to be on the show, the one that got fired and said she wasn't fired, but she was really fired. Straight like that, her. Yes, girl. Destiny like, oh yes, we love them, but girl, guess what? We don't love you. So move around, move it on. All right. Next up is Bill Cosby, honey. Bill Cosby and his multiple sexual assault and lawsuit, honey, finally now has him in financial turmoil, guys. Ooh. Child, don't nothing tap your pockets, honey, like multiple lawsuits, baby. And he has had them. Women have been coming out the woodwork, honey, and out the woods and everywhere, talking about he been trying doing the sprinkle, honey. Come on in. Hey, how you doing? Oh, girl, you look good in that dress. You want something to drink? And child, it go downhill from there. You heard it right here on my channel, child. We ain't even gonna put allegedly behind it because he was found guilty of the shit. Okay? Hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, girl, that dress look good on you. Come on in here in the living room, child. What you drinking on tonight? Oh, you want a rum and coke? Oh, I got you. Sprinkle. And then you go in there and you drink that shit and you sipping. Think you on a good old date. And then your big ass be... This be you on a date. This be a date between you and Bill Cosby. Would you like a Jell-O pudding pop? Knock the fuck out in there. I'm sorry, would you like some ice in your drink? Like, shit, what kind of date is this? The bitch knocked the fuck out. Bill, what kind of date you having? Your date, all your dates be knocked out. How's that sexy? She laid the fuck out on the back on the couch. Would you like a Jell-O pudding pop? Do you want you want strawberry or you want chocolate? That'd be their ass. Like, shit, Bill. Fuck you put in a cup. But go off. Alright, so moving on, child. Bill Cosby, honey. Bill Cosby says that his money, honey, is drying up due to his legal troubles, Lord. Say it ain't so, Lord. Say it ain't so, Jesus. I'm sorry, Bill. Oh, Lord. Now, Bill Cosby and Camille, honey, are said to be facing financial hardships from the ongoing sexual assault lawsuits, honey, by various women, honey, in several states, Lord. Okay? Oh, Jesus. This says that the constant lawsuits have caused major issues for Bill and Camille, okay? And this is according to Radar Online, if you want to read it in your entirety. All right. Now, that says that Bill shares that his financial turmoil, okay, and his legal issues have become so hefty that he and Camille are unable to maintain their lifestyle, resulting in the pair having to liquidate their assets, okay, and taking out second mortgages in order, and having to sell off expensive artwork, you guys. Oh my God, like, child. You know it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to make your money pay the rent. All right, let's move on, child. Now, they're saying in 2018, honey, that more than 60, honey. I'm going to say it again, honey. More than 60 women, honey, came forward with accusations against Bill Cosby, honey. And they said that the same year that he was found guilty, honey, on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault after a woman, honey, named Andrea Constant testified that he drugged and sexually assaulted her in his Pennsylvania home, honey, back in 2004. I'm sorry. Back in 2004, he assaulted, honey, and drugged, honey, put this sprinkle, honey, and had her ass in there on that shit. Y'all know Andrea Constant, honey, the woman that had the Richard Simmons curls, honey. She was real hard in the face, and she walked like LeBron James, her. And she had her pants real tight like Martell Holt when she went to court to go sue him. Her, that one. She was hard in the face, honey. Baby, she was hard in the face, baby. If you would have hit her hand in the face with a brick, honey, she wouldn't have felt it. Damn sure wouldn't have. If you would have threw a brick, honey, and hit her in the face, she wouldn't have felt it. It wouldn't have done nothing to her face. Because her seat her, honey. And when I see to you, you was hard in the face, sis. You were. Throw a monkey wrench, honey. The one that you change your tires out there with, girl. And hit her in the face, it wouldn't even cause no blood, girl. Because she was that hard in the face, Lord. Yes, she was. Oh, child, but let's move on, because, Now, they're saying, child, that Bill and Camille, honey, Lord, they is having hard financial situations out here, child. Is ripping all the paintings up off the wall, honey, and heading on down there to the place down there selling their stuff. Yes, God, they did. Down there to the flea market down there where Destiny sold her purse that Stormy gave her. Down there getting some money, honey, for them expensive paintings so that they can pay their bills, child, and go on vacation. Yes, God, they did. I said, oh, child, you better, Bill, I'm sorry for you and Camille. I am, child. Oh, child, let me eulogize y'all feelings out here, child. How do I say goodbye? Oh, Lord, to what we had. All the good times that you had on the show. Now your ass got go. Oh, I thought we get. That's all I got for you. All right, let's move on, child. Oh, Lord. Bill. Take the body out, Lord. Take it out, Jesus. Get the casket out here, Lord. Ain't that how black people act at funerals? Y'all be so fucking extra at funerals, black people. Let me talk to y'all before I move on. Why do y'all be so extra at funerals and hollering and shit? Why do y'all do that at funerals? Oh, get the body out here, Lord. That's how I feel this morning with Bill and Camille. Take the body out, Lord. Oh, Jesus, get it out of here. Get the body on out of here, Lord. I can't take it. Woo, Jesus. Woo. All that shit. Y'all be doing too much at funerals. I be like, damn, I gotta have security to go to a funeral, to a black funeral, because y'all be punching people and falling out and shit. Like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord, don't sing another song, Lord. Get the body out here, Lord. Let's move on, though. All right, comedian Gary Owens, honey. Y'all know who he is, the white guy. I like him. He kind of funny. All right, now his black wife, child, she calls him out for being a deadbeat dad, child. I said, not him. He white. That's supposed to be just black folk that act like that. I guess not. That's what they always be trying to say. They be trying to put that on the brothers, just make it look like the brothers be deadbeats. But it's looking like Gary Owens because you white. It's looking like you're a deadbeat out here because that's what your black wife has said. But let's move on, child. Now they're saying that nearly 3 years ago, that comedian Gary Owen, honey, his wife, Kendra Duke, honey, filed for divorce after 20 years of them being married, honey, and they had 2 children. He was cheating. And she decided she won't stay with his ass no more, okay? What you out here doing cheating? Now they're saying that Kendra Duke, honey, the ex-wife, called Gary out, like I said, for cheating. And the 2 have been in a bitter divorce since then, and, you know, with child support as well. Now his children have turned against him. They want no relationship with him at all. All right, now over the weekend, Gary Owen, honey, he decided to do a video where he went live, where he talked about how he hasn't seen his son in over 3 years, okay, who he says that he used to be very close to. And he says how he has to sneak into his son's job just to get a look at him because his child will not have nothing to do with him or see him. Okay, that's sad. That's very sad. They kind of taking the mama side. They don't like him because it was found out that he cheated. Y'all know kids choose sides. They choose sides. So it says that Gary, honey, he expected sympathy from his fans when his wife, his ex-wife now, Kendra Duke, honey, she says that that she wasn't here for the mess. All right, says that she posted on social media immediately after he did their video, like, nigga, stop crying, let me talk. All right, let me tell the people, let me let the people really know what your ass been out here doing. All right, after the video. All right, she said, you don't seem to have any empathy for their feelings, meaning the children. Says that you have done some very foul things, Gary, but I still greet you with a smile. That's what she said. She continued by saying that regardless to what you've done, all right, that I still remind them, meaning their kids, of your birthday and even Father's Day. She says, I even encourage them to give you a second chance, but they don't want nothing to do with him, okay? So she's trying to bridge the gap with their children so that they will have a relationship with him. But like I said, they pick sides and they don't want a relationship with him because of how he treated their mom. And kids be that way sometimes, so that's understandable shit. They like, you cheated on my mama, nigga. We've been together for 50 years. We done had a whole family, and you done stepped out. Like, nigga, bye. We don't care. We don't care about you crying in no video. Nigga crying. I'm talking about boo-hooing in the video, too. The video I saw. I was like, is he really crying like that in the video? Boy, man up. There ain't nothing wrong with a man crying, but baby, you was... Ooh, child, you went there. I was like, my God. Crying like he was at a funeral. Gary became, like I said, very emotional because his kids chose to cut him off and discontinue their relationship with him. And after, like I said, learning that he cheated, they don't want nothing to do with his ass. It's so sad. I hope that they figure this out, child. Now, after all this situation between them, but shit, I hope they figure it out because, you know, children, they love both parents and they don't really understand sometimes why parents choose to break up. But bottom line is, you're gonna have to bridge that gap. You're gonna have to get in your children's ear and keep talking to them, and hopefully they'll come back and have a relationship with you. Getting on the internet and crying and stuff, that ain't doing nothing, because they looking at that shit like, we don't care. Like, what you crying for? You cheated. That's how they looking at it. All right, so let's move on, honey. We got an update on this situation with Darius, Keke Palmer's boyfriend. Now, after Keke Palmer decided to file for full custody and protective order against Darius, all right? Now, his friends and family decided to come out and speak on Keke, all right? They're trying to say that she's not as innocent as she appears to be. They're saying that the pictures that she put out there are all lies. I don't know how you can say that. But go off. Let's talk about it. Now, friends and family that's very close to Darius, which is Keke Palmer's boyfriend, that was seen allegedly assaulting her in still video pictures, okay, that she put out on social media. They are saying that Keke Palmer is manipulating facts and manufacturing her abuse in order to illegally keep Darius down, okay, and also keeping him from his son to try to weasel out of paying Darius child support. They're saying that that's why she came forward to try to keep from paying him child support, because he's been asking her to pay him child support, all right? Now, they're saying, of course, y'all know Keke went to the courts, all right, on with stacks of evidence against Darius for abuse and assault, and getting what she asked for in the courts, all right, sparking outrage with Darius and his family and friends, okay? Now, they're saying that a close associate to Darius explained that Keke was not being abused by Darius in those videos, that he was trying to take her phone to see who she was texting, and she was fighting to keep him from seeing it. First of all, that's her fucking phone. Why do you feel you have the authority to even touch her phone? That's her property. You're not married to her, and even if you were, that's her property. You have no rights to her phone. First of all, you shouldn't have even had your ass there. That's her house. So how the fuck do you break in her house and think that you can go through her phone because she's texting who she wants to text? Who the fuck are you? Let's start there, okay? You have no jurisdiction to even go through her fucking phone. That's where you were wrong at. And the fact that you trying to justify that fully shows how capable your ass is of being abused. That's abusive. The pictures that we saw where she was in defensive mode like this shit here, come on now. Get off my line with this bullshit. All right, now they're saying that although friends admit that Darius was insecure, all right, after the incident that she had with Usher, where she went out, y'all remember she was dancing with Usher, he got upset, all right, after that incident with Usher and tried wrestling her phone away from her. Keyword wrestle. What the fuck you doing wrestling with a woman? You're a man. Your strength, your power is much more than she is. You're going to overpower her. Keke Palmer, she probably, what, 5'5"? Darius like 6'2" or so. You hovered over her. What the hell you wrestling anything out of her hand for? It's so crazy how grown-ass people and other people try to condone this type of behavior. He had no right to her phone. That kind of makes me mad a little bit. Don't touch my shit and then tell me you have a right to go through my damn phone because you think that I'm texting something down by. So the fuck what? So what? Maybe if you read her, she wouldn't feel inclined to text somebody else if that's what she was doing. She could text who the fuck she want to text. Maybe if you want such a clown-ass ninja, she would be texting you versus somebody else. Maybe she was texting Usher the way he was grind with me. He was like that on her ass, and you were mad. Maybe he was texting her, because y'all know he breaking up homes one home at a time out here. He sure is. I was loving that shit. She had on her little see-through shit. Y'all know how Usher be. These are my confessions. He was on that shit. I was like, you better give it. Yes, you better. I was feeling it. But the friends are now trying to say that he did not abuse her, that he was trying to wrestle the phone out of her hand. Wrong answer. Let me put the buzzer on your ass. Wrong answer. No. He had no rights to be trying to take her damn phone. And now, of course, I already told y'all that they are trying to now sue Keke's mom for saying that she was going to put a bullet in his head. They're trying to say that she threatened him, okay, over a phone call where he recorded her, which now she's getting ready to sue him for illegally recording her. So it's like a back and forth type shit now. Keke and Darius, they are due in court December the 5th, all right, to answer to the charges that Keke filed on him for the alleged abuse and for snatching her phone and running out the door with her phone and almost hitting her with his car when she tried to block him from taking her phone, all right? Boom, there you go. Tamar Braxton, honey, addresses Krishan's issue and assault against James Wright finally backstage, all right, at her concert. Now, sources say that Tamar's ex-boyfriend, y'all remember, David Adefeso, the one with the dreadlocks, the one that like predator him, pulled Krishan off of James Wright when she began throwing multiple punches. They said that Krishan had on, have y'all seen her in videos where she had on these real bucky gold rings? They said she had on rings on like every single finger, you guys, okay? And she began throwing multiple punches on James Wright in the face with them damn rings on, all right? Fucked him up. Yeah. So they said that Tamar says that several witnesses saw Krishan assault James, leaving him bloody, needing dental surgery as well, all right? That says that David Adefeso, who Tamar herself had an assault case with back in 2020, was backstage and broke up the actual assault, holding Krishan back and pulling her off James when she began delivering several blows to his face. What was he doing there? Because him and Tamar just had, like I said, an altercation where she had to go to the police. Well, he had to go to the police on her and file for a protective order against her, all right? Where she made him wreck his Rolls Royce, y'all. Yeah, Tamar made him wreck his Rolls Royce. And it's saying that the two of them is possibly back together. That shit's so toxic. Toxic, where Tamar allegedly was said to have put paws on David Adefeso, same one that pulled Krishan up off James Wright. Now, they're saying him and Tamar back together. Toxic. Yeah, I know she just broke up with that guy, JR, the white guy. So now that he's out the way, Tamar, she done went back to this clown. I don't know why. Because the both of you guys are toxic. Y'all fight too much. Y'all argue too much. They were on live going back and forth where he treated her like shit. He was jealous as well. So why would you go back to that? But moving on. That shit's so toxic. They says that James, this is what Tamar is saying is what happened. They says that James was heard telling Krishan that she was nowhere to be found when it was time for her to go on stage, to where Krishan, it kind of got her irritated, which they said she was already drunk and high. So When you are drunk and high like that, everything is gonna irritate your ass. Not that I know, because I get drunk sometimes. We're not too drunk, but to the point where I still know what I'm doing. But she was high as well. We don't get high. We don't do that shit. But there says that Chrisean became very angry after James said something to her about her being late, and says that Chrisean got very heated because James inserted himself in a conversation that he really wasn't in the first place, and she began calling James a liar, which the two of them were kind of going back and forth. He was saying something back to her. She was saying something back to him. All right. That says that Chrisean then hit James 4 to 5 times in the face and was still swinging on him with those bulky rings on her fingers, okay, which busted his lips, chipped one of his teeth, and it says that, from what I heard, loosened one of his teeth and knocked one out. That says that busted his nose as well, which his nose continued to bleed uncontrollably, to where they had to take him to the hospital as a result, okay? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Let me badge in right quick. That shit crazy. She is violent as hell. With them bulky ass. I've seen her in videos with them rings on. Them some big rings, too. Them some big ass rings. Yeah, but so he had to be rushed to the hospital because his nose would not stop bleeding, all right? They didn't know why his nose would not stop bleeding. He was losing a lot of blood, so they said, hey, let me take his ass to the hospital, child. Oh my God, so crazy. But so Chrisean, like I said, she is seen on video saying, and with no remorse, because y'all remember I told y'all she deactivated her accounts. She went on one of her friends' IG accounts to actually speak. I was like, girl, you said you're taking a hiatus from social media, but you're right back on social media on someone else's IG account talking shit about the situation. Like, either you're going to stay off social media. I don't think she can stay away, to be honest. Social media is her life. That's what makes her relevant, to be honest, social media. If she didn't have social media, nobody would give a damn about who she is. Her music sucks. All right, but she was seen on video saying with no remorse that she'll slap that nigga, meaning James, okay? Referring to James, that she'll slap that nigga. That's what she said in the video. I was like, your ass already in trouble now. They're saying that a police report has been filed accusing Chrisean of using bodily force and assaulting James, who is also pressing charges against Chrisean, who, like I said, has deactivated all social media accounts because she's on probation. I think she's scared. She knows that this situation is serious. She's trying to be real bold and still talk shit like that, but I think she knows she's in trouble. That's why she's hiding out and deactivated her social media account so they can't see the shit that she's been posting on there and bragging about the fact that she did put pause on him, because she did do that. But like I said, she did go live on one of her friends' IG accounts, and she's still talking junk, saying F anybody who says something about her, and that when she does come back on her IG account, that she's going to only focus on her and Chrisean Jr. That's what she had to say. But I don't know, child. She doing a lot. She doing a lot. But she F'd him up, punching him in the face with them rings on like that. She messed his mouth up, and they saying his nose may have been broken, which is why it continued to breathe like that. Bleed like that. All right, so let's move on to the last topic, guys. I want to get through this because this shit is so crazy. For those of you that have heard about, and everybody's been sending me stuff about this call with Original Straight No Chaser, I was not going to watch and or listen to all that shit because Arionne irks me to no end. Like, I just have no more when it comes to her. Okay, I really didn't want to talk about this shit, but everybody's been kind of messaging me saying, Caramel, we want to hear what you have to say about it. So here we go. All right, so Arionne in this call, part 3, is a part 3 and a part 4. Arionne is her saying on this call to Original Straight No Chaser, a.k.a. Nay, that's what she calls her. Arionne says that in her call with Original Straight No Chaser that she was happy that Martell was messing with Sheree because Melody could not compete with Sheree because Melody sees her as nothing. Okay? She says that Melody sees Arionne as nothing. So Arionne was saying she was happy that Martell started seeing Sheree because Sheree is like this celebrity, like this big celebrity, somebody that she idolizes. I call bullshit because during the time that Martell was seen on live with Sheree, okay, Arionne was going crazy. She had blocked him and was saying that they were only communicating via email. She was mad as hell that Martell went live and went public with Sheree when she was saying that she put in all this time and energy with Martell and he's never done that and or claimed her. Okay, so I call bullshit on that, Arionne. You a straight up liar. when you say that. You stay contradicting yourself. And I don't think you realize the things that you say prior, and then you come back in these lives trying to make it seem like it's something else. She's such a nut bush. So she goes on to say that, oh my God, it's so much. Hold on. She says that, pretty much that she was sleeping with, that Martell was sleeping with her, for like food. He would come over there and be sleeping with her for like food. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of shit? She said this in the interview, guys, that he was sleeping with her for food. She says that Arionne says that Martell uses her for sex and food. And I said, bitch, you over there humping for Hot Pockets? Like, what the fuck? You over there humping for cut up potatoes and popsicles? Because that's all you be feeding little Knox over there. Popsicles and child. So she also says that Sheree was beautiful and successful and a star, and that she was very happy that Martell actually got her. I said, that's some sick shit, because for years you've been trying to get him to marry you. You've been saying that Martell was your man. So now you trying to flip it because you embarrassed that he was seen with her and not you, and say that you were happy that he was actually with her and that he actually got her. Like Sheree is like this pride. Sheree don't pay her bills. Sheree is a whole clown out here. Sheree ain't nobody. She broke. She low-key broke. Sheree wear fake labels and everything else. Sheree could not have gotten the chateau if it wasn't for her mother and her daughter putting their name on that house. So Sheree ain't nobody to be bragging about, period. Okay? She went on a rant on IG talking about how you blocked Martell and y'all communication was off after you were so mad that he wasn't choosing you but choosing everybody else over you. But then you get in this damn call with Original Straight No Chaser and try to make it seem like you so happy that Martell moved on with Sheree, while you waiting in the wings mad and throwing out subliminals, because you even called Sheree an old bitch. You were mad that he chose Sheree, and you was on live and in IG posts calling Sheree an old bitch because you were mad that he was with her. How contradicting is she? She says that Martell does not see her as a wife, okay? She wants to be Melody so bad. And she also talked about how Martell disrespects her but always has so much respect for Melody. Well, of course. Of course he got respect for Melody. That's the mother of his 4 children. He wants to be back with her low-key. But he's mad at Arionne, and he's going to continue to use Arionne because that's what she allows. She going to stick around and stay until she feels like she wears him down to wife her, which he never will because he don't see her as wifey material. Martell ain't shit either, but he's got to choose up because he ain't got shit. He can't even fucking read. So whoever he chooses has to be someone on Melody's caliber. And Arionne, you're not there, which is why he will never, ever wife you. It's unheard of for somebody to string somebody along that for that many years. 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and don't even so much as give you a mood ring out this bitch. You are doing more to keep Martell than Martell is doing to be around you. You are easy for him. You're easy. Arionne says in her call to Original Straight No Chaser that, hold on, let's move on. I'm skipping around a little bit. She says that she could have been married, but he chose to buy her a car instead. Says that she could have been married to Martell, but he chose to buy her a car instead. And she says that Martell don't give her money from the show, meaning Love and Marriage Huntsville, that he just pays her bills at her home. He don't give her no money. He just pays bills at the house where she and Knox stay. Because y'all remember on the live, too, when she was saying, my home is his home and his home is my home because he pays all the bills at my house. That's what she tried to say in the live. Girl, you so stupid. The home that he's staying in ain't his. He's squatting. Let's start there. He might be paying the rent and probably not paying because his ass done moved so many times. But to say his home is your home, bitch, he don't have a home. The home he did have, he broke it up. Remember? He's a squatter. You are trying to marry a broke bum ass squatter who ain't got shit to offer you but some dick. And then we hear that ain't even all that. But let's move on though. So she also goes on to say that she don't want to be married now, but she continually said on the call that he won't wife her, okay? And that she is going to wait to see what Martell does. Now, y'all remember when she said that she was not taking Martell back and she didn't want him back unless he dropped down on one knee on a live to propose to her. So you do want to be married, Arionne. You said on Tasha K's interview also that you don't want to marry him because of how he is. But now you're saying that you're not going to fool with him no more unless he dropped down on one knee on live in front of everybody and proposed to you. And that's the problem with you, Arionne. You care more about what other people think and what they say about you in this fake ass, stupid ass, toxic ass relationship between you and Martell. We really don't give a hot damn, but I will report on the shit and earn a bag up off you like I've been doing to expose you and Martell for the stupid clown ass ninjas that y'all are. Okay? Period. Period. Don't nobody want Martell. Belinda even moved on from him and she engaged. Go figure. She saw he was a trash ass ninja. The only person that want to be around him is you, Arionne. You see that he ain't shit nigga, but he's attached to fame, which is something that you hungry for. You want fame and Martell is attached to that, and you ain't gonna let him go until you get it. And quiet as kept, ain't nobody gonna take you serious and put you on no network because they know the type of sorry ass biatch you are. You a thirsty, trout mouth biatch who wants fame, and you're using Martell for fame, and he's using you for sexual pleasures and an occasional meal, according to you. Period. Arionne Delulu Curry, honey, out here prostituting with a P for Hot Pockets. That's what you doing. That's what you doing. You prostituting with a P, honey, for Hot Pockets. Okay? And popsicles, bitch. That's what you doing. Now, Arionne, like I said, she praised Sheree like Sheree was like this proud, like she was a proud sister wife when it came to Sheree, which we all know that's bullshit and cap. She talked about Melody being jealous of Martell being with Sheree. Why? Why would Melody be jealous of Martell being with Sheree when she divorced Martell? She could have Martell back in a New York minute. If she called Martell right now, and Arionne knows that, which is why she is so pressed and mad at Melody after all these years, 3 years of being divorced from Martell. If Melody called Martell right now and snapped her fingers and said, hey, Martell, let's work this out for the sake of the kids, Arionne knows that Martell would be there in a New York minute and drop her, and she would be an afterthought. She knows that. But she has entertained in her head, and she's told herself in her head that she could have Martell, and just because he pop up in a live with you, you still don't have him. He might be there physically, but in his heart and in his mind, he still loves Melody. And that is why Arionne is mad and she hates Melody the way that she does, because even though Melody gave him to you, he don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you. He'll take that rank puss that I about went there. He'll take that rank twat that you sitting on over there. He'll take it. But he'd rather be up in Mel's. I'm gonna say it again. He'll take that rank twat that you sitting on, but he'd rather be up in Melody's. That's where he really want to be. That's why he mad at her. He mad as hell at Mel because she changed her name, which was the final nail in the coffin for him. Because he was hoping that she would get over whatever she was mad about and be back with him. It was realization when she had that name change ceremony when he found out she was changing her name, because he really felt like she was going to come back to him after 3 years. He was like, okay, hell no, I done had all these kids by her. We have all this history. We were married for 12 years. There's no way in hell she's not going to come back to me. I'm going to give her some time to think it over. And after 3 years, she's still on that nigga, I don't want you. She don't want you, nigga, because you don't have what you don't have what it takes, first of all. You were unequally yoked from the start. And when she realized that and decided to go ahead and cut you off and live her best life so that she can continue to elevate in her life, because she couldn't do that with you. You were weighing her down with charges, the 10 years that you were going to be facing. She helped you get out of that shit. And then you still turn around and disrespect the fuck out of her like you did with a no job having, gutter mouth, desperate ass biatch like Arionne. Okay? Period. Period. Martell slow, Arionne slow. And what did y'all have? And I don't like to talk about people's kids. You had a slow child. And the fact that you're in denial that your child is something wrong with him, just like you in denial that something's wrong with Martell and that something's wrong with your ass, Arionne, clearly shows your mindset. Clearly shows your mindset. And the fact that you use Lil Knox as a weapon to weaponize Melody, who was a wife, you will now have to deal with the scrutiny and that scarlet letter on your fucking forehead, ma'am. You will, for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. You can deny the fact that there's nothing wrong with your son. And like I said, I don't want to talk about people's kids, but we got to talk about reality. The reality of it is something is wrong with him. She likes to say he's not autistic. He's 3 years old, still running around in a pamper, and he's not speaking clearly. There's something wrong with him. Your baby daddy can't read. Okay? You, ma'am, can't hold down a job. You were fired from the hospital, remember? And you ain't had a job since. You slow. You like to say on the thing, I ain't slow. People always say I'm slow. Bitch, you slow. You on pause out this bitch. That's just how slow you are. You are on pause, Arionne. And you looking at Melody and she's steady moving and elevating out here, and that bothers you. It bothers you. This woman did nothing to you but live her life and be married. And you wanted her life. You stood back and watched her and studied her. But a bitch like you could never. You can't feel her shoes, even if you had the same shoe size. You could not feel her shoes. You can't wear them. It's like a Cinderella story. Everybody that tried that shoe on couldn't wear that shit. Every time you try to step in male shoes, you get another coin. Because she is the queen. She gonna always be that. Period. Period. Every time you try to put that shoe on, bitch, you're gonna get another coin. Because you ain't her. Martell knows you ain't her. That's why he keep dogging you out. And you see it as love. You see it as the fact that the reason why he act the way he do towards you, you see it as love. But he low-key hates you because you destroyed something that he really, really wanted, but he was trying to use you to prove a point and make Melody jealous. That's all he was doing. He only used you to make Melody jealous. You weren't supposed to fall in love. It wasn't supposed to go that far. He was only there to sleep with you because he says he wasn't getting what he was supposed to get at home, which we know to be lies, because Melody, out of her own mouth, said that she gave him Dome whenever he wanted it. But you became greedy. You became needy and greedy, and it cost you your entire life. And now you're sitting back looking like a broke-ass hungry bum. And now that she gave you to the very person that you said fulfilled you and gave you everything that you needed, you don't want it. You in a drought now. You in a drought now when she kept you wet, as you said she did. Can we say it that way, YouTube, and be monetized? You said she didn't keep you wet, but now you in a drought. And you hop online and say that you happy? No, you're not. Your mouth say you happy, but your appearance say you not. Your appearance say you not getting no sleep because them bags under your eyes keep telling on you. You ain't getting no sleep. You not sleeping, Martell. You ain't sleeping, sir. Them tight-ass nut huggers say that you haven't evolved. You still wearing clothes that your ex-wife bought you years ago. You ain't been shopping. You squatting. You using Arionne for a meal because your money funny. Ain't that a coinky-dink? But her relationship with Martell is for clout. Arionne wants that clout. She also says that Martell made her famous. She believes that Martell made her famous. Well, there's a difference between being famous and being infamous. You're infamous. You're known as this infamous side chick, okay, who decided to open her mouth and thought that would make you more popular to tell everybody who you were because you thought that was going to make you this likable girl. But it backfired on you and was the complete opposite. Everyone hates you, Arionne. Now, you got a few side chicks that hop in your comments and encourage you to be with Martell and say, oh, this is a great thing. Y'all look great together. But deep down, you already know that this shit is toxic. Okay? How many times you gonna have to go down to the police station? Because he windmilling on your ass. And I say allegedly. Okay? We saw the video. We saw you looking down in the video. I read body language. When a person is talking to you after they've done some horrific shit to you and you can't give them eye contact and they're having a direct conversation with you, that tells me everything I need to know. All right? Period. Period, baby. We know what it is. If you're in love with a person, if he's treating you like you say he's treating you in a loving way, you're giving eye contact because you can't take your eyes off this person that you say you love so much. Okay? Women. Take my glasses off. If you are in love with a person, I'm going to say it again, and they're giving you everything that you need and or desire, and they fulfilling every angle of your life, when they're having a conversation with you, especially on a live in front of other people, you're going to have eye contact with them. Not once did you give Martell eye contact. You stared at the floor the entire live because you were embarrassed and your face was swollen. You don't want people to see that shit. Because Martell had you on the live to, once again, help with his image after he knew that he treated you like shit. And there was some things going on, and I'm going to say allegedly physically, because why was your face swollen? The side of your face was swollen, Arionne, regardless to how you try to say that it was not. Martell never went live with you, but he chose to go live with you on that particular day so that you can help his image and keep people from thinking that he did something so horrific when we've already seen him on national television bucking up on a whole woman, his ex-wife. To say, I'm not abusive, I would never put my hands on a woman. But we see you in the video in Las Vegas bucking up, and had Marceau not stood in between you and grabbed you, there's no telling what you would have done to Melody. When we hear that Miss Van had to call Marceau to rush to your house whenever Melody found out that Arionne was cheating with you, Martell, because she was afraid that he would do something, that's very telling that you have psychological abusive behaviors, sir. When her own mother says, Marceau, hurry up and get over there because I feel like he might do something. That means that there is a pattern and or history of abuse. Call it what you want. If you never hit me before, why am I doing this when you raise your hand? If you've never assaulted me before, why is it if you lift your hand just to stretch, I'm so... Y'all feel where I'm going with that? Why is it that if you are not abusive and or have abusive tendencies, why am I so triggered if you just lifting your hand to stretch and I think you about to hit me? That's the level of bullshit I'm talking about. Okay? So while Arionne, you steady sitting here doing all these lives and all these conversations with Original Straight No Chaser, all you doing, baby, is all you doing is exposing yourself as well as Martell. And how toxic that situation is. And the fact that he don't really love you, dear. You are being used. And you are happy with being used just to be in his presence to obtain fame. Like she said, oh, I made it to the shade room. I made it to the shade room. She was happy that she and Martell's video of them going live together made it to the shade room. She's saying that I got to contain myself and I got to start acting differently because Beyonce probably saw me. Baby, Beyonce ain't checking for you. Beyonce don't care about you. Beyonce don't care about you. She just came off tour, baby. Beyonce is somewhere with her feet up, honey, relaxing after doing a tour, honey, of being on her feet every night. She ain't checking for you. She's hoping that somebody famous will continue to make her more famous. Arionne wants fame. That is why she won't leave Martell alone, even though he is so fucking toxic. So whatever it takes, if he's yelling at her, telling her she can't go nowhere, neglecting to be a father to her son, as she said it on the video, but then she said, Martell is a great dad. But then you turn around and say, he don't come and get your son but for a couple hours, but keep the Eminem kids for a whole week. Well, he don't want to be around that child because he's a constant reminder, bitch, that he broke up the marriage. Like, how stupid is she? Martell does not see any value in Arionne, which is why he will never wife her, okay? He don't see any value in you like he saw in Melody. He saw value in Melody. Hence the reason why he proposed to her the day of her graduation. He knew what she possessed, and he did not want to let that get away. He knew he had to lock her down on the day of her graduation or she was going to get away. Somebody else was going to be privy to the blessings that she was carrying on her back. So he knew that he was unequally yoked. He knew what she carried and who she was and what she possessed. So he knew he had to hurry up and lock her down in that moment. Because who in their right mind would take away her happiness in that moment? That's a moment that you share as graduation. That's a happy moment. So why try to overshadow that and give her an engagement in that moment? Why not do that in another time? He knew that if he didn't lock her down when he did it, he was not going to have her. Period. He knew he won't shit. He knew he was a criminal. He knew he was headed straight for prison. But being with Melody, that turned him around and turned him into the person that he thinks he is today. Martell thinks he the shit. He really thinks he's the shit. Martell was a full-fledged criminal. And Melody just fell in love with a bad boy. She fell in love with a bad boy. Period. Unequally yoked. Unequally yoked. But when she became woke, Arionne, why you over there saying you took Martell in your sleep? See, that's the problem. You sleep. And you trying to fuck with somebody that's woke. Can I get deep just a little bit with y'all? You said, Arionne, you took Martell with your eyes closed when you should have had them open so that you could see the level of bullshit that you were subjecting yourself to. All right? You, ma'am, were asleep while you was trying to fuck with somebody who's been woke. Melody been woke for a long time when it came to Martell. But she strategically left him. All right? She gave him 5 years, but you better believe in those 5 years she was planning to get the hell up out of there. That's what Martell didn't know. And when she dropped the whammy on him, because Martell's favorite line was, we're not getting divorced, are we? He knew that his life was over once Melody pulled that plug on that marriage. He knew. He knew. Once she pulled the plug on that marriage, his life was over. And that's why he can't get over it. He still can't believe she filed for divorce. That's why he keep coming at her like he is. He's trying to punish her for letting him go because he can't survive without her. And that's how narcissistic, crazy, calculating men are. Martell, like I said, with them bags under his eyes, that tells me, sir, as a narc, narcs don't sleep. He is doing everything in his power to destroy her, even if it means him only getting 2 hours a night of sleep. He is up all night trying to figure out how to mess with this woman, how to destroy her because she cut him off. Because she was not going to continue to allow him to keep using her to finance his side chick. This man paid for ABs to get rid of babies on this woman's dime. And you think she was going to stay with you? Martell. That shows just how smart you are. Okay? 2 dummies can't be together just like 2 crackheads. 2 crackheads can't be together. Whitney Houston had to get the fuck away from Bobby Brown. They were toxic. And it's the same with Arionne and Martell. They're like 2 crackheads. They try to be together and the shit ain't gonna work. She is just as toxic as he is. He don't want to work. She don't want to work. She don't have nothing going for her. He don't have nothing going for him. Period. Period. Martell said, I went to church and the pastor prayed for me. I did all of that. Okay, Martell. Okay, Martell. I'm the one that got Melody going to church. Okay, Martell. But Melody's mama was a whole first lady, so I don't think she left her daughter at home while she went to church every Sunday. See the lies that we keep hearing, Martell? I'm going to say it again. Martell Holt says that he is the one that got Melody to even going to church. Miss Van was a whole first lady in the church. So I seriously doubt that she left her daughter home and she went to church. Melody already said she played piano in church. You gotta be there to play the fucking piano. So how is it that you made it possible for her to have some spirituality in her life? You see how much spirituality she has now? Because she prayed your ass away. She prayed your ass away. You've been praying all this time that she come back. And them prayers ain't went nowhere. Straight to the ground. You've been praying for Melody to come back all this time and your prayers went nowhere. But you made her go to church? Okay, Martell. It sounds good. It sounds real good. Her prayers is going up. Yours landing on the ground. Something wrong here. But go off. But we're going to have a pop-in today. All right. I'm going to put my show together. We're going to have some great topics. We will have a pop-in today. Mods, thank y'all. Thank y'all, mods, for doing such an awesome job keeping the trolling down. Thank you for anybody that gave a super sticker. Thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for the likes. We got, what, 858? Y'all better show out in here this morning. I hope y'all enjoyed the topics. Please feel free to leave comments, okay? Please feel free to leave comments. I do read the comments, okay? I do respond to as many as I can. So please leave comments. I enjoy you guys leaving comments, all right? Thank y'all for being in the chat and expressing your concerns and all of your comments that you guys have given. Thanks for showing me love. I appreciate that as well. I appreciate each and every one of you in here. Thank you, mods, for any content creators that join us as well. Thank y'all for being here, all right? Yes, y'all enjoy your hump day, and I will see you guys later today for our live, okay? Love you guys down that way, and goodbye.